there.
Yeah, that's right.
I just subscribed this morning. I didn't know your channel was so huge.
I don't know if it's huge. All this stuff right here is cool as shit, but it's way too big for me. I'm really digging on those split fires.
They are split fire nailed the market with that machine.
Yeah,
With the 1165.
yeah, with like the single guy making some firewood for his home or whatever, even having a little bit of a business, you know.
I think they're perfect machines.
Have you tried out the little split fires yet?
Yeah, yeah.
For somebody like me, man, that thing's pretty kick ass.
The vertical one's all the guy would need.
You can grab his fresh firewood if you want to.
Okay, so there you have it. Finally, I did the video on the Splitfire 1165V. The V stands for vertical. They do make this same machine. I guess it would be, it's not the same machine, but the same, like probably the same hydraulics and all that stuff, but it's horizontal. That's just the 1165. I think that's the way it goes. But the 1165V is the vertical, and yeah, I really like it. Yep. If you're just a dude making firewood, that is the perfect machine for a one-man operation, just making wood for his home, or her home. Sorry, and really, truly, just can't get much better than that. You know, I mean, everything that I've ever used, that's the best as far as, you know, just a one-person operation. It's really good. So I fumbled around a little bit with that table to lift the log. No, that was me. I didn't know. That was a diverter to divert the fluid or whatever. I don't know. The real handle is up here. I know a lot of people want to see that thing in gnarly wood. And right whenever I got to a big piece, I was, you know, Aaron came over and told me I had to go move my truck. And so, yeah, I like that guy. I could play around with him, and you could see that I was pretending to be pissed off. I just got started. That's what I was saying. I just got into the good stuff, you know. But anyways, he's from the 1165 guys. So Jenin runs that channel. I think that's the way it goes. And Aaron, he's just in a lot of the videos as well. But yeah, I myself have thought about getting that 1165V and adding a larger table to it so that I have more of a workspace and everything. Like I say, if I had it out, I think I'd just leave it the way it is. I mean, yeah, I mean, I was planning on like setting that into a big long bench type setup. Like on the right side would be a long bench so that I could just keep shoving firewood further and further. But I think the right thing to do would probably be just right there, put your tote and just split them, stack it in the tote. Split them, stack it in the tote. I mean, yes, you could utilize this machine. It's fast. It's fast. I don't know if that's coming through on video because I was in some crappy elm that's real stringy and was getting caught up and everything. But if you had good clean wood, you could split really fast with that thing. And, you know, it's quick. They make a big deal over its cycle time. Whoa. And for good reason. It's got a fast cycle time. But a lot of people want to see that thing in some gnarly wood. And while I didn't have big pieces, that elm was pretty gnarly and it was splitting through it no problem. And so for me, I was concerned that it was going to be weak. It is not. It is not weak at all. Now, are you going to put a big old crotch of sweet gum up there? You stay away from that stuff, you know. You got to use a little common sense. This is a light duty machine in that regard. However, if you had a big piece, a big 28, 30 inch piece, yeah, I think you can get it up there and split it, no problem. You just got to, you know, work it from the edges and stuff. You got to learn your machine. So going into this, I had two thoughts that I thought that I would want to fix with this machine. All right. Number one, I thought that I would want to build a big long table. No, I don't want to build it. Now that I've used it, if I had one of those machines, I think that I would just set it up and use it. I'd put a tote right beside it and I would drop those pieces into the tote. So, okay, the not really a flaw. I was just going to add on a table. I don't think it's needed. And the second thing is I was really concerned with it not being powerful enough. And I do not have that concern now. So if it's a a big piece with a big knot in it and stuff, I will cut it with my chainsaw if I have this machine. You know what I mean? I will cut it with my chainsaw and then put it up there. It is worth any workaround that you might need to do. Put it that way. Is it going to be the strongest thing on the market and just be able to just hammer through anything you put up there? No, it's not designed for that, and it's not going to. But within a reasonable scope, it'll split anything. It's fine. Don't worry about it not being strong enough. Unless your primary source is, I don't know, something really hard to split. Whatever, I don't care. I liked it a lot. The two gentlemen at the beginning of the video, Chris from the Wood Yard, I think needs no introduction. Yeah, he echoed it. That's all one dude needs. I mean, if you're just looking for the best splitter for the purposes of splitting wood for your home and maybe having a little bit of a side business, maybe, you know, like Jack was saying, Jack from Log Cabin Firewood, that's his channel. They have nailed the market. That is an excellent little splitter. And I think that it's fairly affordable. I cannot remember what I paid for my log splitter that I had, my county line. But I think it was a lot. I think it was expensive. These right here, I'm pretty sure you can get them for about $3,500. I think. Now, if you're buying it and you are hoping to go and pick one up at the store or something like that and hook it up to your trailer hitch and drive it home, you can't do that. Those little wheels and tires that are on it are not rated. It's not set up. It's not rated to be pulled behind a vehicle at high, you know, even, 35 miles an hour, really, It's not meant for that. You'll have to put it into the back of your truck. All those wheels are really made for is hauling it around your property, maybe down to your neighbors or something like that. I was talking with a gentleman while we were eating about that very thing. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it and hook it up to the back of my car and drive it down to my my brother's house or my sister's house. I can't remember what he was saying. And yeah, it'd be fine for that. I mean, you're not supposed to, but if you're just going a mile down the road really slow, it should be fine. But yeah, they're not meant, you can't drive around. It's not a proper trailer type setup. But yeah, I dig it completely. And maybe someday I'll have one on my channel. I don't know. Maybe I'll go for something bigger. I don't know, but I like it.